the invisible engine, the thing that's quietly running inside of every business that's hitting consistent, predictable, repeatable 6 and 7 figure months. Are you actually open to integrating AI into your business? I'm not talking ChatGPT, friends. We are so beyond past that. What AI actually replaces is the repetitive, the draining, the manual work that was stealing your time and energy away from your genius. I'll get to AI when things slow down. I need you to hear me on this one. Things will never slow down until you integrate this. They don't have a lead problem. They have a follow-up problem. She's not smarter than you. She doesn't have some advantage you don't have. What she has is a different kind of business because the invisible engine is not going to build itself. But with the right support, mentorship, guidance, strategy, you can build it faster than you ever thought was possible.
Most entrepreneurs are not behind because they lack talent. They are behind because the back end of their business is still running manually. In this episode, Jessica breaks down the AI-powered systems that help businesses follow up faster, deliver better, and scale with less chaos.
Hey, welcome back to The Digital Shift. I'm Jessica Green, CEO and founder of the Self-Made Hub, business strategist, mentor, and your favorite unapologetic systems and strategy nerd. And if you're new here, genuinely welcome. You picked a good one to start with because, man, it's all the buzz. Today, we're going somewhere that I think a lot of people need to go, but very few people are actually talking about it in real, honest, practical ways. We're talking about the invisible engine, the thing that's quietly running inside of every business that's hitting consistent, predictable, repeatable 6 and 7 figure months. And before you think, ooh, this is going to be another AI hype episode, it's not. This is a real conversation about real systems, about real mindset, and about what it actually takes to build a business that operates at that level. And I promise you, by the time this episode is over, something is going to shift for you. So let's get into it. All right. So there's a question that I really want to ask that nobody's asking right now. I want to start with something that might sting just a little bit. And I say that with full love. Here's the question I want you to sit with today. Are you actually open to integrating AI into your business? I'm not talking ChatGPT, friends. We are so beyond past that. Are you just saying you're open to it, but you're not really digging into it because it actually scares you? Because there's a real difference between those two things. If most people are being truly honest with themselves, we're sitting somewhere in the middle and they're curious, they're interested, and they're consuming content about it. Hey, you're here, so that's you, but they're not committed. And here's why that distinction matters so much right now. If you're curious about AI, committed to AI are two totally different types of businesses. One is watching what's possible. One is actually building it and implementing it. And the businesses that are hitting 6, 7 figures a month consistently right now, they're not the ones with the biggest following. They're the ones that have been in business just as long as you, but they're also not the ones who figured everything out perfectly before they got started. They're the ones who made a decision, a real one, to stop waiting and start building. And that's where the conversation starts today. So before we talk about what to build, I want to talk about what's stopping you from building it. Because in my experience, working with entrepreneurs at every level, it almost always comes down to one of three things, and none of them are what you think. The first one is this. AI is going to replace what makes me special. I hear it all the time. And I understand it. I don't want to become robotic or an AI replication of me. I've spent many real years, building my voice, my brand, my methodology, and the things that make clients want to work with us specifically. And the idea of bringing AI into that feels threatening, right? Like maybe it dilutes something. Maybe you lose the thing that makes your business yours. So let me be really clear about this. That is not what happens. What AI actually replaces is the repetitive, the draining, the manual work that was stealing your time and energy away from your genius, not the genius itself. If you have any question about us actually deploying this into our business, go back and listen to episode, I believe, 74. It's just 2 episodes ago, where I talk about what I was able to replace in eight weeks worth of work in 1 week. It's an incredible episode. I give you the stats. I give you everything that we did. And now, just a few weeks later, I'm recording this, and by light years, I'm telling you, we have moved AI into our business on more than a full-time scale. It's not changing how we coach. It's not changing how we teach. It's not changing any of that. It's just making our team better at what we do. And it's making us faster. It's putting us ahead of the competition. And it is absolutely what is moving the needle for our company right now. Okay. So you keep your voice. It's still yours. Your relationships, they're still yours. Your vision, still yours. You can't replace that with AI. What changes is that you finally have the bandwidth to actually show up in those places fully, because you're no longer buried in the back end in the work that should have been automated a long time ago. Number 2 is I'm not techie enough for this. Okay, I need to address this one directly, because the people getting the biggest wins with AI right now are not developers. They're not tech experts. They're not people who grew up loving computers. They're intentional business owners who decided that figuring this out was worth it. Full stop. You do not need to be techie to build what we're talking about today. You need to be willing. There is a massive difference between those two things, and the willingness, that is a decision only you can make. And then third, and this is the one that costs people the most, I'll get to AI when things slow down. I need you to hear me on this one. Things will never slow down until you integrate this. Read it again. Say it again. Think it again. Things are never going to slow down enough for you to integrate it. Things will never slow down until you build the systems that create the space for the things that need to. And in order for things to slow down, the overwhelm you are feeling right now, a lot of it's coming from running your business manually when it doesn't have to be. And every season you wait, every launch cycle, every quarter, the gap between where you are and where you want to get gets wider, not smaller. So I want to say this gently, but directly. You don't have an AI problem. You have a permission problem. You haven't fully given yourself permission to go all in on this yet. And today I want to be the voice that gives you the permission. Let's talk about what that invisible engine actually is, because I don't want to leave you fired up without leaving you informed. There are 4 systems, 4 layers that I consistently see inside businesses operating at 6 figures or 7 figures a month. And every single one of them can be powered by AI. Layer 1, and I'm going to give you some actual examples over the last couple of weeks since that episode I recorded about what I replaced in 1 week, 8 weeks, blah, blah. Go back, listen to that episode. But I want to share with you a couple of other pieces of AI that we were building alongside of that at the same time that we've launched in the last 2 weeks. I don't want to forget to tell you about our customer service AI agent and our discovery call AI agent. So layer 1 is what I call the intelligence layer. This is your financial dashboard, your daily operations brief, your real-time business data, all in one place, feeding you the information you need to make good decisions fast. And here's why this matters so much. Most business owners are making decisions, big, expensive, time-consuming decisions based on incomplete or inaccurate data. I know because we were doing it. Pricing decisions, hiring decisions, marketing decisions, all based on numbers that they think are right, or what they think they need to hire for, or where they think the marketing direction needs to go. And when I ran a full AI-powered audit inside of our business, we found errors in our revenue tracking, we found gaps in our data, we found decisions we'd been making on a foundation that wasn't solid. And that moment, sitting there realizing I'd been flying the plane without all the instruments working, that changed how I thought about this forever. The intelligence layer gives you all the instruments to fly the plane. So every decision you make is grounded in truth. Layer 2 is the conversion layer. This is the AI working inside your CRM, your Go High Level account. That's where we specialize. Your follow-up sequences, your lead nurture, making sure that every single person who raises their hand and says, I'm interested, actually gets a response. Fast, consistent, every single time. Because here's the truth about most businesses that are stuck below 6 figures a month. They don't have a lead problem. They have a follow-up problem. Leads are coming in, interest is there, but the follow-up is slow or inconsistent, or it just falls through the cracks. We call it leaking, and the sales go somewhere else. Not because your offer wasn't good enough, but because somebody else followed up first. The conversion layer fixes that gap. And when that gap is fixed, the revenue that was already right there, already in your pipeline, starts actually closing. Layer 3 is delivery layer. This is AI automating your client onboarding, your fulfillment, your communication, so that every client gets a world-class experience, whether you're actively working or not. And this one, it's personal for me because I know that the fear that lives here, the fear of what happens to my standard when I scale. It is one most real fear I see in talented, capable entrepreneurs. And it's one of the biggest things keeping people from growing as fast as they should be. The delivery layer is the answer to fear. It protects your standard. It makes sure that the experience that you got here scales with you. So you can say yes to more clients, more revenue, more growth without that voice in the back of your head asking if you can really hold it. You can when the system is built to hold it. Hey, quick pause before we continue, because if you're listening to this podcast and thinking, I love this strategy, but the tech still feels overwhelming, you're not alone. That's why Tech Savvy School exists. Tech Savvy School is where entrepreneurs learn how to actually build the systems behind a scalable business. Funnels, automations, workflows, and tools explained in plain language, step by step. No guessing, no duct taping platforms together anymore, just clarity and confidence with the tech that supports your growth. This podcast helps you think differently about your business. Tech Savvy School helps you implement what you're learning. If you're ready to stop feeling stuck on the tech side of things in your business, visit techsavvyschool.com and explore the trainings. All right, let's get back to the episode. And layer 4 is the growth layer. This is AI analyzing your marketing, your funnels, your offer performance, and telling you exactly where to put your energy for the best return. Because one of the biggest time and money leaks is growing business is doing things that feel productive that aren't actually moving the needle. Well, let me tell you really quick. We deployed AI to assess every single sales call that I do, every single presentation that I give on our workshops, so that it can give me real-time grading scale on sales. We implemented the system that we use for sales into our AI, and it grades me and gives me a report on what I could have done better, what I should have done better. And I'll tell you, the high scores are the ones I closed and the low scores are the ones I didn't. And it gives me real-time data. I could never have a human analyzing every one of my sales calls. And guess what? We're going to deploy that same exact thing on our AI discovery bot that is an agent selling into sales calls. And we're going to deploy it on our entire sales team. That I built in just a matter of a couple of hours with AI, and it runs on autopilot. As soon as a call happens, it picks up the recording and it reports on what we've done. Wow. Like how fast I can get better at what I do. So you can deploy this on all kinds of things. Creating content that isn't converting, running ads that look good but don't perform, building offers the market isn't asking for. The growth layer cuts through all of that. It takes the data your business is already generating and turns it into direction. So instead of guessing where to focus, and when you know where to focus, you stop spreading yourself thin across 10 things and start doubling down on 2 or 3 that are actually working. And that is how 6 and 7 figure months stop being a goal and start being a standard. Now, I said I wanted to tell you about 2 bots that we built in this last 2 weeks. One is our new customer service agent. And if you come across our customer service, she's still in training, and so is the discovery bot. So what we did, we built into Go High Level an AI agent that is first line of defense for our support inbox, so that it can take Natasha, myself, and the team out of that to answer the really important questions once they get to us. But there's so many questions that come into our inbox that are just on repeat, and we don't need to be the ones answering it. So we built a very comprehensive program the brain on all of our programs, all of our frequently asked questions. And now it's the first line of defense on text messages, email, and all in one inbox. And the AI agent takes over and can answer all those questions, and then creates support tickets where support tickets are needed, or directs our clients, customers, prospects in the right direction. Then we built a discovery bot. This is all in the last 2 weeks, okay? We built a discovery AI agent, because what was happening is people were booking these 15-minute discovery calls with me. And no matter how many times our system followed up with them, reminded them of their appointment, we had no shows, and it was leaving major gaps in my schedule. And people just don't respect time anymore. People whose time doesn't matter is AI that runs 24/7, no matter what happens. So we installed an agent for doing our discovery calls. Some may not love this, and that's okay, but it also showcases what our business is capable of doing and what we can help build for you, okay? So she's still in training too, but anybody who books a discovery call, which if at the end of this episode, you wanna either test her out or you wanna book a discovery call with us to find out how you can work with us, helping you build in AI into your Go High Level systems, getting everything on automation and cleaned up, book that discovery call, okay? And we'll throw the link below so that you can do that. But it's first line of defense. So you'll go to a link, it will ask you your information, and it's going to ask you if you want to hop on a call right now or you want to schedule it for some time in the future, and it's your choice. You hop on a call now, our AI agent will call you and talk to you. Yes, voice talk to you in the next 3 to 5 minutes. If you book it for later, she'll call you when you book it for, okay? So she hops on with you and she starts doing discovery. Are you a good fit? Because you just need to know more about the platform, go high level, Self-Made Hub, how we can help you get on a 14-day free trial of that. Great. And then she'll send you off to do that. But she's going to ask you some questions and find out, is it the platform? But you also need to learn how to use it and deploy systems and strategy. Then she's going to direct you down that path. She's going to have you book a full on sales call with me to find out which program of ours is the best fit. Now, that's just the first layer of what we're building in with AI so that it can take over the initial discovery part. And I stop getting stood up on these initial calls. Make sure it's actually a good fit. It's not somebody looking for tech support. It's not somebody looking for customer support, but it's somebody who actually needs to talk about one of our programs or what we have to offer. Okay. Those we just built in the last 2 weeks. Those are things we can help you build in your business too. Now, we have a challenge coming up. We've got a bot built into our challenge, an AI agent that can help all of our challengers during their week of the challenge. We've got coach bots that sit inside of our lab program and our tech savvy school program, and all of that is built on AI. Now, I want to go a little bit deeper here, okay? Because I think there's something underneath all of this that we need to name. 7-figure months are not lost, or not, sorry, 7-figure months are not just a revenue goal. They are operations identity. The business owner hitting consistent 7-figure months is not working more hours than you. She's not smarter than you. I should say 6 or 7-figure months. 7-figure months is a lot. So 6 and 7-figure months. She's not smarter than you. She doesn't have some advantage you don't have. What she has is a different kind of business, one built to hold that level of revenue, the systems that can support it, the delivery that can sustain it, the follow-up is capturing it, and the data is guiding it. And the shift that has to happen first before any of the systems, before any of the tools, it's a decision to stop being the bottleneck in your own business, the decision to build something that works without you carrying it every single day, the decision to go from curious to committed, because the 6-figure months is not waiting for you to get more clients. It's waiting for you to build the business that will hold them, that will hold the growth and the capacity and the scale. That's the real work. And it starts now. Okay. I'm not going to leave you with all this and not tell you where to go with it. So here are 3 clear moves. Okay. First, audit before you add. Before you bring in any new tools, before you layer AI on top of what you already have, stop and look at what's already there. What's breaking, what's leaking, what's costing you the most time or money right now. You can't build a clean engine on a cracked foundation. Start with what you have before you build what's next. And I will put a link down at the bottom of this. We have an audit that we can do, a business tech and strategy audit that we can do for $47 on your business. It's personalized to you. You get like a 15 to 20 page audit report on your business, and we can help you discover exactly what that foundation needs to look like. So you'll find that link below. You can grab that. Second, pick one layer and go deep. Don't try to build all 4 systems at once. Pick one that's costing you the most right now, whether that is follow-up, delivery, data, or operations, and start there. One clean system built well will do more for your business than 5 half-built ones, but I think you already know this. And third, stop trying to figure this out alone. This is the one I feel most strongly about because I have watched brilliant entrepreneurs spend months, sometimes years, trying to Google, YouTube rabbit hole their way through this when the answer was always the same. Get in the room with the people who've already built it. Learn from someone who made the mistake so you don't have to. Let someone hand you the shortcut. You don't have to earn the answer through suffering. You just need to get the right support. If today's episode opened something in you, if something shifted while you were listening, if you felt like, yeah, this feels like, okay, it's time, I'm ready. That's not an accident. That is your next level calling you forward. I want to help you answer that call. Here's how. You can book a call with us, a discovery call. We'll look at your business together, talk about where you are and what you want to do, where you want to go, and map it out. You can grab that $47 audit so that we can do that audit for you. And let's see what AI integration could look like for you, specifically in your business at your level. And we'll teach you how to do it. If you want to get started right now without waiting, we teach all of this in our Tech Savvy School. So you can head to techsavvyschool.com and you can jump into our next cohort of students. The Tech Savvy School is where we teach entrepreneurs exactly how to infuse AI and tech into their real business, not theory, real implementation, real systems, real results with mentors who have built this and are there with you every step of the way, 5 days a week. Both options are in the show notes. Go there, take the step, because the invisible engine is not going to build itself. But with the right support, mentorship, guidance, strategy, you can build it faster than you ever thought was possible. So let's go get it. I will see you in the next episode. If you're getting value from these conversations, don't let this be the only episode that you listen to. Every episode of this podcast is designed to help you build a smarter business, one with real systems behind the scenes, not just ideas, motivation, or hustle. We break down what's actually working right now when it comes to automation, content, follow-up, and scaling without the burnout. If you want to see how all of this comes together in real life, I highly recommend watching the Self-Made Hub demo. Inside the Self-Made Hub, you'll see how entrepreneurs turn content into leads and leads into conversations and conversations into consistent sales using simple automated systems that don't feel overwhelming or cold. You can watch the demo anytime at self-made.biz/demo. Then queue up another episode, because the shift doesn't happen from one conversation. It happens when you start connecting all the dots. And I'll see you in the next episode.